All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the official Action RPG live stream. Today, we are launching our brand new segment titled This Week in Action. And what we're going to be doing is bringing on game creators, community managers, developers, publishers for games that are currently in development or games that are already out that have big releases or updates coming. And joining us today for our first segment is Hugh, the game creator of a new action RPG that does have a demo available on Steam right now titled Xenrai. Hugh, hello and welcome to the stream, sir.
Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. So right now I've got your demo downloaded, okay? I've been playing it, and I was hoping just right off the bat, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and what kind of gave you the idea for this game?
Okay, so I'm a software developer, have been for a number of years, and basically I had the skills to kind of finally build the game that I wanted to build, or the game that I wanted to play. Went to school to get a degree in computer science, and the main focus of that was to make games. And so once I had those skills, I was like, okay, well, let's build the game I want to play.
Oh,
so
okay, so this is the game that you've envisioned for a while. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would say for a number of years.
Okay, so what triggered this idea? So where, from childhood, from something you read, book, comic book, movie, what was it that was like, this is the idea? Where was maybe better question, where was your inspiration?
I would say my inspiration mostly drew from games like Devil May Cry and Warframe. Like those games, I liked the way the combat felt in those games, and I kind of wanted to recreate that from my own game. And just growing up, I always drew, characters. I guess you'd say I started off with Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I would draw my own characters and things like that. So I would kind of put together the characters that would be in Xenrai at an early stage and kind of develop them over the couple of years, or the last 10, 15 years.
Okay.
And once I had the skills to code and everything, then I was like, okay, well, maybe I can bring this to life.
So you would say you're an artist, you're a coder, game creator, so you can pretty much do it all.
Yep.
How many people are working on the game right now?
Currently, there's about 2 people working on the game. So me and my teammate Liam, he's the art director for the game. So I do most of the coding, and he handles kind of directing how the art should look, how to make sure we get the fidelity that we're looking for. And then we bring in a number of people, friends of mine, for voice acting, things like that. For skills that we don't have, we kind of contract out. So like texture art, or textures and texturing of the characters, motion capture, stuff like that, we kind of get some help on. But other than that, it's just a 2-man operation. Okay.
Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've seen games that are good that are 1-man operations. I played a lot of Slowromancer, which is an action RPG that is a 2-man operation. Chronicon, there's lots of games out there where you don't need AAA funds and AAA studios to be successful. So there's nothing wrong with that. Let's enter the game so people can check out. Now, what engine is this game built on?
So this game is built on Unreal Engine 4.
Okay.
I started building the game back in 2016, and at the time I had no knowledge of Unreal Engine 4, but there's a lot of tutorials out online and things like that, and so I basically was able to teach myself Unreal Engine 4 on the blueprint side, and I already had a background in C++ coding, so that definitely helped expedite the process. But
so when you're building a game on Unreal Engine 4, you are going for high fidelity, high visuals. I mean, nobody's really doing anything with Unreal Engine 5, so you wanted to make something that is visually stunning, correct?
Yeah, that was definitely my goal, because I think there's this sometimes a negative perception of 2 people dev teams, where it's like, they come out with an indie game, but it might not look as good. So we kind of wanted to use the art skills that we had and kind of up the visual fidelity of the game while still making it fun and enjoyable to play.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna pause for 1 second. What I want you to do is I want you to tell people about the story that you're going for, okay? I just realized that I didn't update the actual stream. So I just want to make sure people know what we're doing. Go ahead and tell people about the story for Xenrai and what you're going for.
So in Zenrai, you play as the main character, Asani, and he's basically a soldier who's fighting against this interstellar horde of aliens known as the Vile. And they're destroying his planet, kind of making it uninhabitable. And so humanity or his people have to go into the sky to survive. And as you play as Asani, you fight the main enemies, the leaders of that enemy horde, and kind of reclaim the planet, while getting help from the goddess of the planet, Zahara, who helps guide you along your way and basically send you where you need to go to kind of fight those bad guys.
And which characters are in the game?
Both Zahara and Asani are playable characters. So Asani is a close-range melee fighter with some long-range attacks. He has a transformation that allows you to power up your skills, use super attacks. The super attacks you have some super attacks that deal heavy damage at a single target, or utility supers that kind of buff your passive abilities. And then you have Zahara, who's more of a mid to long range spellcaster, and she can summon tigers to help her out on the battlefield.
Okay. So I like the idea of when you're not in combat and you're running for a little bit, you get this speed boost.
Yeah, the game is quite expansive in terms of the levels. So when we were developing the game, we realized, well, it's kind of hard to get around. Like we can run through, but kind of need a speed boost to get from area to area to explore the world. So we added that.
All right, let's show some people some combat. So I've been practicing a little bit. Wait, it's not. You gotta hit them into the air, right?
Yep. So you have ground combos and then aerial combos, and then at any point in time you can use skills and switch between weapons at any point in time. So the main.
So I've got a sword.
Yep. Main focus of combat is to combo the enemy on the ground, launch them into the air, and then follow up with air combos. And as you launch them into the air, you enter what's called a flow state, and that increases your damage for the longer you keep an enemy in the air. So the longer you're comboing an enemy in the air, the more damage you'll get, and the quicker he'll die.
Got it. And then I could turn into War Machine.
Yep. You can train it.
Whenever I do this, that's what I always think of. I was like, dude, they put War Machine in this game.
Oh, pretty much. And
what's the idea of this suit?
So the suit is basically the material. So Asani's core ability is materialization. So when he's in the suit, he basically materializes the suit around him as like a suit of armor to protect himself. But it also serves as a conduit for his ability. So it powers up some of his attacks, gives him access to his supers, and makes him move a lot faster. So he can do things like teleportation, and his dashes are much faster and easier to dodge things.
How do you switch the skills in this game? I realize sometimes I do some skills, sometimes I do others. Is it positioning? Is it directional?
So the skills switch based on if you're locked on or not. So if you're not locked on, you have a certain set of skills, but once you lock onto a target, usually with the right mouse button, or if you're using a controller, the R1 key or R1 button, you can lock onto an enemy, and then
like this. So now I'm locked on, right? Because they're highlighted?
Yep, they're highlighted, and then if you use back and the X button or the skill button, then you'll do an attack to launch them into the air. But if you do forward, you'll do a different type of skill than rather when you're not locked on. And that same thing transitions when you're in the air. So if you're in the air, you get different skills based on if you're locked on or not, depending on the weapon. And each weapon has its own unique ability. So in the demo that's available, you have the sword and the sword and the double sword, and the sword's base ability is guarding. So if you hold down the skill key, you'll put up a shield that'll protect you from any damage,
Yeah.
as long as you have shield gauge, because it drains it out. But if you switch to the double sword, its core ability, it doesn't really have a thing that you just press, but its attacks heal you over time.
So it's like a life leech.
Yep, exactly, just like life leech. And then because we didn't want to add heal or potions during combat. It's kind of like you live and die by your own skill, essentially.
No, I totally get it. So the idea is that you're not running away and using a potion to get back in the fight. Fighting is how you heal yourself, by using the correct skills and attacks.
Yep, you definitely have to kite your enemy, get around them, and then open them up to use those skills to heal yourself and do damage.
Okay. So let's talk about what are the long-term goals. So obviously right now we're playing the demo. The game looks beautiful, so very nice job. Unreal Engine, obviously great engine.
Appreciate it.
What do you envision 1.0 or 1.0 looks like for Xenrai?
So we're going to be releasing, and then so when we release, we'll have a full campaign mode. It'll be about 12 to 13 levels with various cutscenes to kind of let you feel the story of Xenrai. Then there's the challenge mode that you have the first 20 floors available in the demo, but in the full game you'll have a full 100 floors to kind of challenge the spiral tower, as we call it, and fight all the monsters all the way up and see how far you can get. And if you manage to beat it with either Asani or Zahara, then you get a special unlockable that I'll leave for you to find out when you get there.
I see. So if I went into the tower right now, how many floors could I play?
You could play the first 20, and you'd fight the first boss, Sling. It's kind of Asani's main rival throughout the game. He wields a dual blades and a giant, I guess I'd say a giant armored space lizard.
A giant armored space lizard. I like that. How many weapons are going to be in the game? So you said right now I've got a sword, and then I've got a dual sword.
So there'll be 4 total weapons for Asani. You have the Mist Edge, the Dual Mist, and then you'll get 2 more. So you'll get the Burst Gauntlets, which give you the ability to grab enemies and do things with that. And then you'll have the Chaos Scythe, which will allow you to pull enemies to you from any distance, for making it easier to combo.
So you're saying it's got a scorpion get over here, is what you're saying?
Definitely. Yep, an AoE scorpion pull.
Get over here. Okay, I'm going to show everybody one of the coolest things I've seen in this game. Ready? It's a 3D map. So it's not a map that just overlays you know, like you would see in a standard action RPG. It's not like just a little corner map. No, when you hit tab, it pulls up a full 3D map. And then when you start moving, it automatically kind of like comes back into you. That's pretty cool.
And that map will show you the point where you need to go to finish the level, but it won't show you hidden things because we want you to kind of explore. But we're also, depending on community feedback, we're thinking about adding little things you can find on the level that will add to that map to make it more expansible.
Okay, so a question has come in. Lex wants to know, will enemies have health bars?
The enemies have health bars when you lock onto them. And then the bosses have what we call the soul gauge. So one of the main mechanics for fighting bosses is you can't stagger bosses until you've broken their soul gauge. So it takes a certain number of hits that you need to get up close and personal and deal damage to the boss before their soul gauge breaks. And then you can combo them, stagger them, and do air combos to further increase your damage on the bosses. But definitely that health bar should pop up once you've locked on.
So Lex, look, I'm locked on. You see the health bar above, the blue? So if you're just fighting, right? Once you're locked on, you can see the health bar above. What, you got a problem with me, bro? Dude, I don't know why. I was playing it earlier and I could launch him in the air easily, and now I can't. It's just back click, right?
Back and the attack button or the skill button should launch.
I don't know. I did it once, and now... Hold on a second. Get out of here, monster. You're not gonna hit me with that. launch. I feel like I was messing with the keys and it's my fault, which is highly possible.
And we do have full controller support, and you should be able to, you can change all your keys, but then there's also the default button in the bottom right corner, which will allow you to kind of set it back to the defaults we set it to set up.
Were you able, Guilty has a question, were you able to maintain the original scope of this project? So think back to when you were first thinking of Xenrai, and you had the idea of how big you wanted the game to be. Were you able to keep that original scope?
Definitely not. I think originally we were aiming for a much smaller game, and then as I got into it and my first focus was getting the combat system working, and once I had that working, I was like, okay, so I need to fill out the story here, and it grew and grew and grew until finally I put a cap on it. I was like, all right, we're not, this is what the story is, this is what the game is going to be, and we'll scale back from here to make sure we can actually release this thing.
Guilty is saying basically you had a feature creep. Would you agree?
I would say all projects have feature creeps, and one of the biggest struggles is pulling back. So we'll have a long list of things that's like, oh, it'd be cool if we implemented this, or it'd be cool if we implemented that, and then it's just like, we had a point where it's like, no, this is what we have. We need to scale back in some areas and make sure we improve what we have first, and then if we have extra time, then we can add things.
Okay, let's talk soundtrack. It's a very soothing kind of melody, right? What are you guys thinking for music in the game? And I like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. Talk to me about music.
So we have a full custom soundtrack for Xenrai. Each boss has their own theme. Asani has his own theme, as well as Zahara. And then we have a number of tracks that change based off the different levels. So the music that you're hearing now is our kind of our traversal exploration music, and then there are some levels where you're constantly in danger, and then there's a music track that will kind of go along with that feeling to kind of put you in.
Okay, wait, everybody watch this. I got it now. I got it. Take that. That's my combo right there. You see that? I got the air down now. Now I got it. Who was that? William Glover gave me what I needed. You have to right lock on before you can actually get him into the air. So it's right click, attack, back up.
Yep. And when you right click, so we have two different types of lock on that you can change in the menus. You either have toggle lock on, which will keep you locked on as you press it once and it'll keep you locked on, or I think what the default is you have to hold the lock on button and then push back and attack to launch enemies into the air.
Yeah, so when I was playing, it's like when you hit, if you're not locked on and you hit back to attack, you're attacking behind where the enemy is, right? You're no longer facing the enemy. So it's lock on, right click, attack, hit back, knock them up, and then you can combo them in the air and then knock them down. Now we're cooking. What do I got here? I got a purple glowing box. Life Energy Core, an energy module used for powering up Asani's vitality. So what are you thinking for possible release date? And hey, if it's 10 years out, it's 10 years out. When do you think even an early access version is ready for the public?
Definitely between early access or the release of the game, we're going to have something out by Christmas. That's our primary goal. So we're aiming to have the full game out by Christmas. If not, we'll have early access. The game is about, I would say, 90-95% complete. What we're working on finishing up right now is getting audio for some of the cutscenes, getting different voice actors' lines together and getting lip syncing matched to those lines. That's what we're finishing up now. And so once those cutscenes are done, we're gonna be anyone who's joined our Discord will have access to our Discord only play sessions where we'll take feedback from the community and improve little things, tweak settings so maybe the shield won't heal so much or things like that, and then we'll be ready for release in one way or another.
So I just want to be clear. You're saying early access, or you're saying full release 1.0 is 95% there?
Full release is about 95% there.
Oh, wow. How long will it take? Let's say the average gamer that wants to explore everything this game has, clear every map, look for hidden things, beginning to end, how long would that take?
I'd say about 30 hours. I think
it's a 30-hour campaign?
Yeah, 30 hours plus the tower. Sorry.
And would you say tower is kind of end game? Like you would complete the 30 hours, then move over to the tower?
Yep, absolutely. And the tower is kind of brutal, so that could take a while. But if you go through, find all the power-ups and stuff, it'll make it a lot easier. But yeah, and there's different difficulty modes too. So you start off with the normal difficulty, and then there's 2 more difficulty modes that is available to you after you've beaten the game once. Different characters unlock, and you get Steam trophies based on what you've cleared in what difficulties.
Got it. I have a question from DarkSwift333. Can you unlock fun things, kind of like big head mode, no gravity, paintball, footsteps, stuff like that? Anything
Not
planned?
Currently.
Anything planned for that?
Not currently, but we're open to ideas. So we're definitely trying to build a community, and if the community comes up with a demand like we want a mode with no gravity, that would be pretty fun. We'll have to re-architect some of the things about the game so you don't just fly off into Neverland.
Yeah, exactly, right.
But we're definitely open to the idea.
Okay. Daft says, nice, looks very smooth. Lex says he's going to probably fiddle around with the controller rather than a mouse. Guilty says, will you post the post-mortem at some point?
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. Probably around when the early access comes out or the full game.
Okay. There you go, Guilty. Is the environment going to have more of a cyber tech feel to it?
So you traverse most of the game on Asani's planet. So some areas will have more of a cyber feel, and then some areas will be more of kind of the environment that you see in the first level, the sanctuary level. Different forests and things like that, floating islands. But some areas you're fighting on a sci-fi ship. Definitely.
Okay. I have a question. So since I've been playing the demo, this is like my 3rd time logging in. He can jump very high. He can jump very, very high. But I can't jump from island to island. I know this is just a demo. I want to be able to jump and make it to the other island. Can I not do...
You can't do that on this level. But there might be other levels where you might be able to.
Oh, I see. So is that the teaser right there? There's going to be levels where I can use his very high jump to be able to go from somewhere to somewhere more easily.
Yep.
Okay. I will accept that. So we've got a release date. Okay. This is one where it gets a little spicy. So what about pricing? Have you guys thought about what is this going to cost somebody to get come Christmas? Or is that not decided yet?
I would say it's not decided yet. We've had conversations. So we demoed the game at a conference, a game convention in Florida pre-pandemic, and kind of got a feel of what some of the gamers who played the game thought for pricing. But I'd say we're not quite there yet. We haven't decided.
Okay. And that's fair. A lot of time the pricing, it's like you've got a generic range and you just haven't decided on what that price is going to be based upon the finished product.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dark wants to see the tower more. We can do that. We can leave this game. Oh, I left the game entirely. That's fine. Now you can see the quick boot up. That's okay. Lex, wait. If you can jump, can you glide in the game?
You can jump and dash as Asani, but if you transform, you can essentially glide.
But it's the same speed, right?
The same speed, but you don't fall as fast when you're transformed.
Got it. All right, here we go. We are on the tower.
This is the spiral tower.
This is the spiral tower. I played the Spiral Tower. You don't gotta give me the tutorials.
They
I'm
were
ready.
looking for a champion that could fight against the knight.
I'm ready.
Asani, can you
See,
make
now
it
I'm
to
gonna
the
not
top?
be focused
Show
on the
them your
interview. I'm gonna be
power
focused on
and
the
see what
games. They
awaits
brought
you
me
on
into
the
the
other side.
tower. All right, what other questions do we have? Once the game is 1.0, okay, let's say it's released. Updates, Xenrai 2, what are you thinking after that?
Once it's released, our primary focus is going to be updates. So listening to the community and anything that they see needs to be changed or adjusted, that'll be our primary focus. Regular updates, either once a week or bi-weekly, is pretty much what we're going to be focusing on.
Bi-weekly? You think every other week you guys can get out something for it?
I think so.
Okay.
Depending on the number of things.
Depending on how many fixes and bugs and everybody tells you.
Yeah.
Now, Hugh, when you're not working on Xenrai, what game are you playing? Be honest, and don't say like Candy Crush. No phone games. When you're on your PC and you have time, what game are you playing right now?
Probably Black Desert Online, although I hate to admit it.
Hey, that's a Black Desert Online remastered.
Yeah,
remastered. Are you playing the new class? Dark, did you hear that? Dark says Dragon Ball Z. I knew you were going to be happy with that, what he said, Dark. He was funny. He used to talk crap about Black Desert Online. See, now you're all about it. Now you're all about it. All right, so in the tower. Right now I've got 20 levels I can go. Is that correct?
20 levels, yep.
Okay, and then from here, full release, you're going to have 100.
100, and you'll be fighting different bosses, more monsters, things of that nature.
Does every single level get incrementally more difficult?
Yep. And some are, we may need to scale back. I'll have to see.
You're saying some are too hard?
Yep.
Have you
really depends. Good.
Have you beaten all 100 levels?
I have, and it definitely, you should get the power-ups by playing the normal campaign to get to actually reach the top. So you'll have to go do some backtracking.
I don't know, dude. I'm already on floor 3. You know, it's getting pretty easy, but I'm kind of an expert. No, I'm not an expert. Who drew your guys' enemies?
That would be my teammate Liam. So he came up with the base model for the characters. We both did a collaboration on kind of the feel that we wanted the monsters to have. And then we went to the convention in Florida. I think it was Guardian Con. The kid came along and was like, "Oh, these monsters look like Warframe." And I was like, "That's a good comparison."
And did that person end up joining your team, or they just talked about what it looked like?
Just talked about what it looked like, but we kind of followed that with picking out different references for what we kind of wanted the monsters to feel like and texturing and things like that. So,
got it. Okay, so what different planets are we going to explore? So earlier we asked, like, is it going to have like a cyber kind of feel? And you said mainly on his home planet. So is it kind of only that grassy green? Are we going to be in space? Are we going to be on ships? Are we only going to be on the planet? Are we going to be in cities? What other environments are we going to experience throughout that 30 hours?
Mostly on his planet, and then you will be on a ship at some point, fighting different enemies. You'll be in forests, in a volcano. I'll say that.
In a volcano?
In a volcano.
Is it an active volcano?
Yep. There's definitely lava that will kill you.
So I'm going to have to be jumping around and not get hit by the lava is what you're saying?
Yep, and dodging meteors at the same time.
Is that more of a late game level?
No, that's one of the earlier ones.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the 3rd level.
Dude, I'm already on floor 5. First 20 are going to be easy.
Yeah, the first 20 we've definitely tuned to kind of give people a feel of kind of, for the demo, what the combat's like, and kind of explain some concepts to you, so it's not so overwhelming.
You trying to say that I'm not that good and this is really just easy?
Nope, I'm just gonna say it gets way harder after floor 20.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. So will there ever be anything multiplayer, or is this going to be strictly single player?
Strictly single player for this game. That was one of the parts of the feature creep. We wanted the multiplayer, but it was like we got to the point where it's like, no, it's just not feasible right now.
I mean, obviously, multiplayer is, yeah, it's a huge feature to the game that takes lots of development and time. Okay, right now, I know I've already been answering questions. I'm going to open up to the community. What questions do we have for Hugh about Xenrai that we have not answered yet? We have talked about release date, game development, inspiration. We've talked about what you're going to be doing, what the characters. We've taken a look at visuals. We've seen combat. We are now in the tower doing the easy content where there's going to be 100. Who's got a question? I got to say, the combat feels good. Actually, wait, I've got a while they're putting stuff in the chat, I've got a question. How many skills will I have?
So each weapon has 8 skills, 2 passives, and then 6 attack skills, and you can switch your skills based on the stance that you're in, either clarity stance or force stance. So I'd say, let's see, 8 times 4.
So you're saying each character is going to have 32 skills?
No, so Asani will have 32 skills because he has 4 weapons. Zahara only has 1 weapon, so she has 8.
32?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. DJ asks, is this game going to be available for mobile, Android, or iOS, or only PC?
Right now, PC. We're looking on getting it onto other platforms. I'm not sure about mobile, but iOS might be possible. Not iOS, but Mac might be possible.
Okay, so right now PC, but could be coming to Mac.
Yeah, and
okay.
Linux as well.
So Lex has a question. The enemy animations when you hit one looks a bit stiff. Is that something you're looking at or will be fixed? Enemy animations.
That's something we can look at, see if we can improve that.
Dude, I love this. I was talking to Hugh earlier. In the audio settings, you've got, these are audio, not visual settings. You've got ultra audio, high audio, medium audio. No, we're just going to stick with the ultra audio. I know you touched on this for a second. Daff says plans for added content after release. So let's talk not bugs, right? So let's say the game's balanced. Bugs are very minimal. You're always working on bugs. Things feel good. You don't have to worry about what you dropped. You want to look to the future. What does that look like for Xenrai?
We definitely have some plans in the works for DLC. We've planned kind of new levels that we would want to add. That way we can kind of bring in some of that planning we've done for the feature creep into the game, new bosses and new mechanics that you'll have to deal with.
So would it be a new kind of tower end game, or is it that 30 hours you're going to be adding to the main story?
Adding to the main story.
Okay. So yeah, it'd be DLC, and it's now we're headed to this area to do something else.
Yep, and then maybe some new play modes. So not just the tower, but other things that you can do. And we're open to community feedback. So if there's people have suggestions, we can definitely look at that.
Dude, I'm already on floor 7. And I've been reading chat. I'm sure I'd be done with all 20 floors, if I was just super focused now that I know how to hit people into the air. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions? Or Hugh, is there anything you just want to say open floor about the game?
So the demo, like Aaron said, is out on Steam. It's going to be up until release. So feel free to check it out. Leave us feedback on the community pages. And if you don't mind, wishlist the game. Is when the game comes out or goes into early release, you'll get an email letting you know, and so you can follow up.
Yeah, let me finish killing floor 9, and then we can pull up the Steam page and take a look. Come on. Now I'm talking crap, and now I'm getting beat up.
And the big monster there is the Queen Minnow, and she's particularly dangerous because she'll just annihilate all your shields with her shriek of attack.
All right, come on. I'm gonna lock onto her. Where'd you go?
And if you press the C key, you can switch between locked on targets as well.
So if I'm right-clicked and I'm locked onto a target, then you hit C to transfer between the two.
Yep.
Interesting. I'll probably move that to a mouse click, so I'm just clicking in between them. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get your Steam page pulled up here. I don't know if I asked you, Hugh, how long has the game been in development?
I'd say since 2016, so about 5 years.
5 years. All right, here we go. Zenrai. So yes, so what I'm playing right now is the demo, okay? And that is available to anybody right now. And I'm guessing the demo will stay up until you guys do your release around Christmas. That's correct?
Yep.
Okay. And winter 2021. Dude, it is raining and howling outside right now. So on here, they do have their official Discord if you'd like to go there and follow. You got a breakdown of the story, which we already heard about. Skills that I'm not using because they're much better than what I know how to do. Oh, here we go. System requirements. Now, this is built on Unreal Engine 4. It would appear the system requirements are nothing too crazy, right?
Yep.
30 gigs, 1060, 8 gigs of RAM. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, look at that. So what I'm going to do is this video or this interview is also going to be on my YouTube. So I'll put all the links to the Steam, the demo, everything in the description as well. So you guys can go there, wish list, download the demo, whatever you want to do as well. Do we have any other questions for Hugh? Is the floor of the tower going to be texturized? It feels a bit too reflective.
Yeah, we can definitely make some changes there.
So is that something that you guys have been thinking about, or like,
Yeah,
Lex, what do you mean? Like you can kind of like, oh yeah, it is very reflective. Unless that's unless that's the design space.
We made it reflective so you can kind of see the upper levels of the tower without kind of looking straight up. But we can add more textures to make it feel a little bit less reflective.
Like you're more attached to it, maybe?
Yeah.
I can't knock this guy into the air.
Nope, that guy's too heavy. So it's the Grand Minotaur.
Oh my gosh.
He's one of the few monsters that you can't air combo. And he has leg armor that forces you to attack him from above.
What, I gotta jump and hit him?
Yep.
So I jump and... I got it. He's too slow. Or maybe, I don't know. You're like, dude, I would have killed him already.
Not at all.
All right, that's it. I'm going Iron Man. Dude, it's hard to tell by like how close I am. There we go.
And there are different weapons. One of the other weapons will allow you to break through his armor a lot quicker. So the weapons that you currently have, you can't break his armor.
Oh, now curious, would it actually break?
Yeah.
Like take like off the enemy?
Take it off the enemy, yep. And then there are other monsters, I think the Infernal. So he has a shield that if you grab him, it disables his shield and it explodes. And then you can combo him easily.
Got it.
But as long as he has his shield up, he'll reflect most of your physical straight damage attacks.
Do I have to kill this egg thing first?
You don't have to kill it first, but as long as that thing is up, then it will empower the monsters and make them unflinching.
Oh, here we go. Take that. Can you show us more of the supers? Can I do that?
Yeah, so if you transform and find a group of enemies, if you haven't changed the keys, you just press the E key, and he'll launch one of his supers.
All right.
that changes based on which stance you're in. So if you're in the force stance, which is the red stance, you get a damaging super, and if you're in the blue stance, you'll get a utility super.
Okay, hold on. Get out of here. And I'm gonna transform. I might have switched the E key. Oh, there. I'm guessing that was it?
Yep.
Oh, see? I didn't switch that key. Look at these freaking things. Stop shooting me! I'm guessing I can't hit these things into the air either because they're already flying. Oh no, I can't.
You can air combo them.
What are these things called?
Blasters.
Blasters. Get out of here. Now, how long does it take to get my super back up? Is it a couple floors? Can I use it like once every couple floors?
So it regenerates over time, and then doing damage to monsters also increases it. So the more you fight, the faster it'll come back up.
And this bar under my health, that is like my energy bar?
That's your shield gauge and energy bar. So it'll protect you from attacks, and then certain abilities. So if you hold the skill key without pressing a direction, it'll guard, and that slowly drains that resource. So it's got a dual purpose to it.
Interesting. Dude, I'm about to die. Where are the little power-up things that are on here that I keep running past? Oh, Xenrai. Okay, let's go. Let's do... Oh, there, that's what I need. How do I pick you up? There. Just gotta run into it. All right, give me my super back. Is it up? It's almost there. And... Dude, did I just miss them all?
No, so that's the focused damage super.
I don't even know how I did it. Yeah, you didn't know I could do that, did you? I'm still alive.
So with this one, with this weapon, the dual mist, when you pop that super, he does 5 or 6 consecutive attacks, and then the last attack is an AoE attack that hits all the monsters around him.
Gotcha.
And he teleports to it.
I'm not gonna remember all that right now. Just, hey, my life is up. My energy is up. Floor 14. Great, more of these freaking things. Kill that egg first. Oh, no, I'm not, am I?
Yeah, you gotta be careful with the blasters there. Missiles have homing abilities.
So you're saying it's like the idea of kill the archers in the back?
Yep.
Can't even get to them. Stupid thing. I feel like they keep stunning me. I don't know. That's it. No, I want to do the big shoot down. Oh, never mind. It killed them all. Oh, yeah. I'm William. Good call on how to do this. William's like your artist or something, huh?
Yeah.
He is?
Nah. Who?
William Glover in chat keeps telling me what to do, and he's helping me a lot.
Oh, it might have been someone who's played the demo before. The name is similar to my artist.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I have no more questions. I'm on floor 14. I don't want to go any farther because I'm already embarrassing myself that I'm not very good. Okay, I'm not very good. Do we have any other questions from the community? Or Hugh, is there anything else you want to say about Xenrai?
I think I've covered everything. Feel free to join the Discord and leave feedback. Definitely open to it, and wishlist the game if you get the opportunity.
What do you mean? William Glover, I'm just simply saying that you helped me a lot. Get to floor 20, Aaron. Oh. Nope. How long would it take? 6 more floors? All right, that's it. Now I'm freaking focused. Of course, Lex says that. It challenges me. Is like floor 20 gonna be super hard?
The difficulty ramps up more than the previous 19 floors. You fight Groot's like the first boss of the game.
He just wants me to die. I know what he's doing. Dude, what is it with these shield guys?
Yeah, so these are the Infernals. So you can either use a super to take them out quickly, or if you lock on, there you go.
Dude, now I get it. I'm just gonna poke around until I have my super up, and then use that to get through each floor. Oh, give me that life. Don't even tell me. These are worse than the armor guys. So that's what you could do. You could tell us about the enemies as I'm fighting them.
Oh, sure, not a problem. So these are the Regals. They're like the Blasters, but they teleport around. They have AoE attacks, and their missiles don't home. So they fire multiple missiles. You have to dodge left or right.
Got it. Now, are the enemies that you fight in the tower, are these enemies that you'll see during the campaign?
Yep.
Got it.
It's a representation of the game. Yep.
Oh, these are easy compared to the homing people. Blasters, take that. All right, what is that? 17. Get ready to clip it. Yeah, you just want to see me die. You have to, Aaron. You've got a guest. All right, Lex. Great. Now I got the armor guys and the blasters, or the straight line guys. Wait for my super.
So
can I launch the armor people?
Yeah, you can. If you switch, so with that weapon, if you lock on to an enemy and hit press forward and the skill button, you should have a ranged attack that you can hit him with.
I found a cheat code. 18. Who's next? An egg again. Dude, I can't. I'm so close to the egg. Dude, all I know is I'm doing damage right now. I like the dual. It's like, it reminds me of Whirlwind. Hits everyone around me.
Yep, that was the primary focus for that weapon. Hit all the enemies in your circle of influence.
Where'd all your minions go?
And that's good use of the minions too. You can the minions will block the blaster's blasts by getting it on the other side of monsters. So it's very good use of that.
I like starting with the duel, and then I move on when it's single target to the sword. You've got the dev cheat code right there. See, exactly. Oh no, this guy looks very serious in harming me. Oh, that's okay. Where does he go?
So that's the Rampager. If he gets close to you, he'll try and ram you into the wall. But if you dodge his tackle, and he'll hit a wall, and then you can combo him.
So you're saying he's like the Juggernaut?
Yep. Exactly.
Exactly. Good, I used my super and they didn't die. I think I missed them. Oh, crap. Let's go to sword. Locked on. All right. Floor 19 complete. Half-life.
You got this.
Oh, there better be a little life on this next one.
And you can always use the dual edge, so attacking with that weapon or pressing the skill key will give you life back.
Oh, this is one dude?
So this is Groot slaying the first boss of the game.
And this would be a boss you would fight in-game, right?
Yep.
Let's see how fast he is. Come on, come and get me. Come on, come and get me. Oh, he got me. I like that jumping down hit.
Dragon Fang?
That. Done.
Great job.
Thanks for playing the demo. Wish list. You won. Get ready to clip this. William, didn't happen. Lex, thank you. Dark, thank you. Daft, thank you. All right, everybody. This is our first segment ever this week in action. Again, Hugh, thank you for coming on. It's a good time learning about Xenrai. Wishlist this game. It's a whole lot of fun. Go to their official Steam page and try out the demo so you are ready for this Christmas when we get 1.0 around. We'll say around that time. Okay.
Around that time.
We don't have a date, but from what we understand, the game is 95% complete, and we are going to get 30 hours of playtime without the tower. That's pretty exciting. Built on Unreal Engine 4. You got to see the tower, you got to see combat, you got to see the aerial combat, you got to see the nice grassy Unreal Engine coming to life. Soundtrack's good, very solid product. I'm excited to see what 1.0 looks like. It is definitely a game I'm going to be streaming. Daft says, thanks, Hugh. Guilty says, thank you very much. Dark says, thank you very much. William says, well done. Christina says, game looks great. My mom wants to know if Hugh is single, asking for a friend.
I am not, but
He is not single. I've always wanted to date a game developer. Her mom. Thanks, Dark, as always, for coming in right at the end. Hugh, it's been a pleasure. I'll be talking to you soon. Xenrai, wishlist it, get the demo. That's it for today. Aaron, out.